Good morning, guys. Welcome back to Path of Enlightenment Tarot. If you're returning, welcome back. And for those of you who are new, I am Nicole. So today, this message is going to be for the Daily Collective. So this message may fit everybody. It may fit a few. It may fit none at all. So who knows, right? If you guys have not subscribed to the channel yet, please do so. You're going to get notifications each time a video is posted as well. So Gemini's reading is just about to go out to you guys on YouTube, and then we're going to get some other signs for the month of October done as well. So there's that. So today is Friday, September 30th. So finally the last day of the month. Let's see what's going on. I'm stepping into October tonight. How lovely. Still in Libra season, going to go into Scorpio season here before long, a couple weeks. Retrograde is almost over, thank God. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and get started. So if you're interested in a private reading, those are available on a limited basis, and that information can be found in the description box below, as well as the About section of the page. So, all right, Spirit, what do we got for September 30th, please? All right, let's see. Spirit's throwing me some messages, but I'm not quite sure what's up with that. So let's see. What else do we got? We got the third eye chakra. Okay, so Spirit first and foremost said to me, cause for concern. We've got 6, the third eye chakra, and it states the frequency of the third eye chakra, the indigo flower of life, supports our intuition and our inner knowing, our imagination and our psychic powers. And then we've got Gaia number 28, which breaks down to a 10 or a 1. And the frequency of Gaia reminds us that we are infinitely connected to one another, just as we are to our great mother and to the universe that birthed all of us. I also feel like there's a real significant need to our health and our well-being today for some reason. So, we've went through a hell of a cycle here recently, with retrogrades and all the other things that have been going on. And, we may be in a space where we need to restore and replenish our well-being in totality there. So I would pay attention if you're not feeling well, if you've had things going on. Make sure that you are nurturing your body, taking rest when you need it, taking care of yourself, seeing things differently, that inner knowing that we need to take better care. Like we know that maybe we shouldn't drink as much caffeine, or we shouldn't smoke, or we shouldn't, eat fast foods or fried foods or whatever it might be. We know that we need to take better care of ourselves. And as we are connected to Mother Earth as well, she gave birth to us all. As we need to care for ourselves, we need to care for her, and vice versa. So those are really the messages that I'm getting from these two things. And then third eye is always about that different perspective, right? Seeing with our inner knowing rather than seeing with our physical eyes. And we are supported. We are always connected. We are always supported as well. So let's see what else is going to come out for you guys today. So I hope everybody is doing great. It's Friday. Yay. Hopefully the end of the work week for some of you all. Fridays are not my end of the week, but that's okay, right? All right, let's see. Storm warning, cause for concern, okay. Spirit's saying you feel a fight coming on, so this may be some conflict. Yeah, okay, so make sure you're holding out in a loving space. I feel like the overall scheme of things here is like you're waiting. There's a knowing. You know that something maybe behind the scenes is not. It's kind of like not all is well. And I hate to kind of like be the bearer of bad news, right? But this is real life. Like this is what happens. We all go through it sometimes. There may be a little bit of like catastrophic blows coming, and I hate to use the word catastrophic as well because it seems magnified, right? But I feel like there is an inner knowing that something is not quite right. There may be something that feels off to you. You may not, maybe the people or situations you're dealing with, it feels like snippy kind of energy, heavy kind of energy, not being nice kind of energy, looking back at that Gaia card, we need to be thankful and grateful always and come from a loving space for everything that we have. Even if it doesn't seem like a whole lot, it's something. So this storm warning, we're going to do some clarifying as to what's happening. For some of you, you may feel like whatever's coming up may be a little hard and difficult to resolve. The angel of love came out in reverse. It breaks down to a 4. We've got 2 4s here on the table when it's said and done, and in 10 and 30. Spirit's also saying 13 years later, so that may resonate for some of you, that there's just something kind of behind the scenes that is getting ready to play out. 44 underneath that woman holding heart, like you're trying to keep in a positive of faith and love, understanding, but everything feels really rigid right now, really rigid, really cold as well. So guys, I guess we're going to use these because I didn't grab my cards to clarify. All right, we'll do something different today. All right, let's see. Let's clarify storm warning, Spirit. And for some of you, this may be, just looking at that storm warning card, like it makes me think of hurricane season on a logical headspace of what's going on around us. Okay, yeah, Ace of Cups. This reading is really lacking love today. So if you feel like you're lacking love, 10 of Pentacles, not nurturing or stability at this time, you may feel as if somebody around you is not nurturing, whether it's a job or a relationship at this time. I'm also hearing keeping out a watchful eye. I don't know what the hell's going on. The Empress. I feel as if there's a separation that's happening. This could be between friends. This can be between lovers. This may even pertain to work, where it's almost as if somebody is being watched. Somebody is being looked at. There may be some third party energy around this Empress. This particular Empress, to me, she comes across snide and bitchy in this. It's the steampunk deck. Where she may be causing a ruckus or trying to cause a ruckus in some regard. But something, and it's not coming from a loving space. It's very dry, very, I'm going to call it bone chilling, where the manifestations or the work that's being done on behalf of this particular person is, I'm going to call it very calculated. Very, very calculated. I don't know why this energy is coming through today, but golly. But, this, I'm hearing battle of wills from Spirit. This is somebody who has not grown into their full potential. They're refusing to do that. They're coming from maybe a very shallow energy as well. This may create some ruckus in a personal family dynamic because this is an outside party. Just very cold, very calculated. To me, it's like somebody seeing something that they want and they're willing to go for it and do whatever they have to do to get it. So I don't know who this message is for, but the wheels on how to do it, how to make it happen are spinning, and that may be creating that storm warning that something is coming in, or maybe you have felt this energy in a particular situation where you feel like there's some third party stuff, there's some situation, somebody is, the Spirit's giving me the word tantalizing. Like they may use their looks, their beauty, their whatever to get what they want. But looks are only skin deep, right? That's the beauty of it, is only skin deep. So I would pay very, very close attention. And, looking at this moon on here, it's very much in the now. I'm going to clarify this just a little bit more. Justice. This may be somebody who feels like they're owed something. Page of Swords, taking some quick, swift action. And 7 of Swords in reverse. With the Tower underneath. Like Storm Warning card and the Tower card are very much one and the same for me. Something's being demolished. Something's being drugged down. Something is being... very, like whoever this is, whatever this is, I feel like they're at a point with the Seven of Swords in reverse that they don't care who knows how they are. Like their true colors are going to shine through. I don't know who is entertaining this or who is in this type of low vibrational energy. But it's like if you have plans to do something, like they're going to see to it that your plans don't get off the ground, is how it's coming through intuitively. They will cause disruptions. They will stop any action and any victory and success from coming forward, or at least they're trying to anyhow. But this particular Empress to me is very, very cold and very calculated. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, guys, sorry about that. Okay, so I don't know. This person, whoever this person is, just pay attention. You're going to have to really keep your eyes open as to what their motives are. If you're feeling this kind of energy, I would avoid this energy as much as possible, because I kind of feel like you're hesitant to address the issue, but at the same time, it's kind of like it's coming one way or another. So I'm not a fan of this. So if you're dealing with some low vibrational stuff, pay attention. There may be kids involved. This little boy on this particular card of the Ten of Pentacles really sticks out to me as well. So pay attention when it comes to your children too. Some of you, I'm getting, a mother may be feeling some kind of way about her older son, that they feel like he's being taken advantage of or something to that effect. So if this is for you. So guys, be very discerning of that message accordingly. So the Garden and the Gate, we're going to go ahead and clarify that as well. Seven of Wands. Yeah. I'm hearing saving yourself from another one from Spirit. Queen of Wands. The Magician in reverse. I feel like you may feel like whatever it was that you were working towards or manifesting at one point, it's kind of like being stuck. Like you want to experience something, and then you've got the King of Wands. So you've got a pair there where maybe you wanted to experience something and you just don't see anybody else taking action towards you at this time, or that's going to be for some of you. For others of you, I feel like maybe you've had Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Like you're not seeing any growth occur between a party, two people there. Like there's no growth happening. Nothing's really changing. You're trying to find a way maybe out of this, way to exit the situation, because it's just not working out the way that you had hoped it to be. Two of Cups. Yeah. Like to me, it's kind of like you want to bring it together, but there's nothing around it. It's like a bunch of false starts. Like you might start this cycle, get so far in, there's a pullback, a defending your space. You're not feeling like this is for you. You stop working towards it. Both people have got to be on the same page to make it work. And to me, this energy is a hesitancy to make something work. It's just not fulfilling the way that you thought it would be at this time. And I feel too as if, as much as you're both coming from your own independent space, there's a lot of healing. Even though I don't have that Four of Swords here, there's a lot of healing that needs to occur, because stepping into a partnership or a work situation or whatever this might be seems incredibly hard to do. Like you feel wounded, you feel like it's been very heavy to get there, and it's, I think you both may have the same idea in mind, but nobody's willing to take the steps forward to play the fool and take the risk and just jump in. And I wouldn't highly advise jumping into anything without, using some careful logic and consideration. But at the same time, it's also as if, there's been so much maybe hurt in the past that you've had to learn how to defend and protect your space, and it's very much could be a clash of some fixed energy there as well, or what appears to be fixed energy, that it's my way or the highway, or this is how it has to be because this is where I'm comfortable. So a need to step outside of the comfort zone. Know that there's always going to be, some type of challenge attached to anything we do, whether it's communication, compromise, getting along, seeing things differently, experiencing something new that we typically wouldn't do with somebody else. There's a need to give and receive. And I don't feel like either person here is in a space to want to do that right now. And that may create a conflict of bringing things together. So side message there as well. And then we're going to clarify this Angel of Love in reverse, get you guys some advice for today. And we're going to wrap this up so I can get your October readings out. We're going to at least a few more of those out today, hopefully. All right, we've got Temperance in reverse. Energy today is heavy, 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 heavy. We got the Six of Swords. Yeah. There's the Four of Swords, that healing energy, timeout energy. Nine of Pentacles. What we got here? Five of Cups. And what have we got there? The Four of Cups in the upright. And we've got the Knight of Cups on the bottom. There is no more love here. Oh God. Okay, so from that perspective, you know, all the cups are pretty much upside down, and then we've got the Four of Cups and the five of Cups in the upright. Somebody feels hurt. Somebody feels as if, you know, there's nothing left, like maybe the time of this situation, and I'm going to use this energy from before, feels like that this is coming to a head. And even that storm warning could just be a recognition that things are not working out. They're not working out. There's an impatience to the situation, that time is up. Like, I've put in too much time and effort into something. It's not paying off. It's not working for me at this time. Do I take the risk and walk away, or do I stay in a situation that is not serving my highest good? Because I don't feel like the emotional heart space right now is open. And I know that's something that the signs in general, I think, have been struggling with the past couple of weeks, is being open emotionally and coming from a loving space. And this Angel of Love in reverse and Temperance in reverse, to me, is very unbalanced. And the Six of Swords, you know, moving away, moving on to calmer shores, or just leaving a situation behind because it's kind of like been there, done that, seen this before, not doing it again. And as you're going into this phase of healing, or this hermit mode, rest, reprieve, whatever you want to call it, you know, you're working on this. To me, is very much about your stability and how you're embracing that, and you're doing it for yourself. But in it, I think that it feels kind of lonely. It's sorrowful at times, maybe crying over the past, reminiscing, some nostalgia attached to that. And then you've got that Four of Cups, that it's just like, well, I'm just going to stay here. I'm just going to stay here and sit in this bullshit, because I don't have love for the situation. The Knight of Cups, he is cold, he is detached, he's emotionally detached. You may be dealing with somebody who is emotionally detached at this time. The emotions are lacking, and when they're in there, they're all over the place. They're coming from a low vibrational energy in totality of it all. I don't like the way it feels. When I'm looking at these cups, these are not the cups that I want to see for you guys. And then you've got the Two of Cups kind of hanging out here in the middle. And it's like, it can't, whatever this is, it's a real struggle to bring it together. Let's see, we got the Knight of Wands. I'm just going to tie these two together and see what comes up. The Three of Pentacles, I told you, third party, you know, you've got to be able to compromise and work together. I feel like some people are taking real fast energy, and you've got the Four of Wands with the Lovers. Yeah, you might have a choice between two people. You may have a choice between a couple of people. You got that third party. There might be a couple people around you. And you may be trying to fill it out, you know, taking action. But yet again, there's this Knight of Wands. She's very, like, she's looking, she's scrutinizing, she's waiting, you know, waiting to see what's around the corner. Like, are my options open to something else? Should they be open to something else? Because I feel like for some of you, the person that you're tied to, or the situation, you may not feel like you're getting the recognition for firm foundations and stable foundations of the things that you've worked on. There's not a whole lot to celebrate here. So, yeah, I really do feel like this is a choice between people. And as I was talking earlier, the scenarios are going to be different for everybody. Some of this does appear to be third party, like somebody's coming in, trying to disrupt any foundations that were there, or you're going to find out how firm and stable those foundations that you've created in your life are if someone's coming in to try to disrupt them. It makes me think of the house don't fall when the bones are good. I forget who sings that, but that's kind of, you know, the idea to the first part of this reading and the message for some of you. For others of you, you know, sitting in this very stern fixed energy where there's been some hurt and pain in the past that people need to move forward and move on. And because nobody's willing to take the risk to step forward into this, it is disrupting what could potentially be a Two of Cups energy, but you just can't get on the same page. No one's willing to drop their guard to let that happen. The work and effort's not being put into this dynamic. And then with, you know, the other aspect of this is, you know, knowing that it's time to walk away, like not investing in it anymore. And it might make you feel sad and hurt your feelings, and you feel left out and alone and abandoned to some degree, but you're very much just going to stay there. Like, but you guys, you know, you can take a pause and reflect, but to sit in that sorrowful energy is not going to help you out, or it's not going to help the other person out, or whatever the scenario might be for you. Yeah, you know, it's just, there's a real strong need to be, I'm hearing the words transparent from Spirit, about where it is you're going and what you're doing. Are you committed to something? If you're not, then say so. If you are, then great. Then now you have to put the work in as well. So, guys, heart space, love, be open, be kind, be compassionate. That's some heavy stuff. I'm trying to get a different perspective, that third eye chakra now, looking at it like, trying to get a different perspective, trying to connect the dots. Gaia, you know, ground yourself and reconnect with who you are, you know, what you're working towards. This energy for today is stubborn as hell. All right, let's see, a couple messages of advice for the collective, please, Spirit. Messages for the collective. Messages of advice for the collective. Conclusion, reminder, like, you know, you have to close a cycle out to start a new one. Conclusion, draw your own conclusion from the situation. If you need to see it from a different perspective, then do that. But understand that, like, living in limbo, you're going to get more limbo. Self-worth, what is it that resonates with your soul? You know, she's got that heart in front of her. She's hanging on to that. Learn to love yourself first. If you feel like everything else around you is kind of crazy and disconnected, you know, what is it that you value of you? What is it that you value for yourself? And then, you know, you take a look at these two cards, the underlying and then self-worth. They're very much one and the same, in my opinion. You know, what are you valuing for you? There's a need for some calm. There's a need for rest, personal rest and rejuvenation to the health. And, you know, we're talking about health in the beginning of this reading as well. I also feel as if, you know, it's not just nurturing the body. We have to nurture our relationships. This is really a need to nurture ourselves internally, physically, mentally, spiritually. So, you know, time to do that. And the word I used earlier, this reading comes out to be very rigid, and there it is. You know, instead of evaluating and working from a space that's going to be a loving space, it's very rigid right now. And then we've got choices. To me, it's very much indicative, again, repeating kind of energy. The Lover's card with those choices, with her wings up there, you see his black and white. You know, needing to make a decision. It's got to be one or the other. It cannot be both. And underneath and lying that is chaos and fragment. You know, there's that storm warning again, and I'm going to show both of those cards to you as well. Like, you guys can't make this up. You know, four different decks of cards, and the same cards are coming out on repeat. It's very much Spirit's way of confirming what came out in the beginning, and then reminding you that you need to start anew, closing out some cycles. If you're going to close it out, then close it out, get it over with, and get moving forward instead of sitting in this energy. You know, her heart space is burning. She's yearning for something, whether that's love or just compassion or feeling a sense of belonging. But right now you're sitting in a very fragmented energy that makes you feel as if, you know, when we're not in that heart space, it's almost like the soul leaves the body. And that's really how this feels to me. But that one, you're going to have to start anew. You're going to have to go back to the basics. Where you're feeling confusion, go back to the very basics of how you got to where you are where you are, why you've made the choices that you made. Re-examine. You know, retrograde is also about the re-examining, rereading, rewriting, reevaluating. And I feel like as we're wrapping up Mercury retrograde, and granted we'll go through the post-shadow phase of retrograde as well, there's a need to reevaluate where your heart space is going and what you're doing with it and why you're not feeling any emotion at this time. So, God, I was hoping it was Friday. We would be on a better, leave it on a better note for the daily collectives. Holy shit. All right, guys. So that's going to do it. If you found this video resonates for you, please hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you've not already done so. That way you're going to get notices of the videos, like I said earlier. And, you know, feel free to reach out for personal readings through the information in the description box below, as well as I do those on a limited basis only. And I hope you guys have a great weekend. I might get something else out. We'll see. We never know. I've got to get your October readings out. But heart space, work on it, open it up. If you're sitting in fear, fear is only going to provide more fear for you, and you're going to cut yourself off. So don't do that. Don't play with those low vibrational energies. That's not gonna help you out at all. So I'm sending you guys so much love. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. The other videos will be out soon, and enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.